Welcome back into Twin Cities Live. So Chef Daniel Green has been traveling to Thailand for more than 30 years. He shot his first cookbook in Thailand 22 years ago. Wow. Hard to believe. He recently returned to capture his 14th cookbook. Man, do you ever take any time off?
He also doesn't age. Oh my God.
I know, he looks great. So this one is called Take Home Thailand, and this time he took Edina Magazine's photographer Chris Emeott with him.
So this was Chris's first trip to Thailand, and he had Daniel there to show him around and share his love of the country. So Daniel and Chris are here to take us along on their experience, and don't worry, we're going to make Daniel cook after this. Okay, you're not getting off that easy, Daniel. You have to feed us a little bit, but it's so nice to see you guys. Okay, so Daniel, let's start with you on your love of Thailand, because this obviously started for you so long ago. And what really about this country made you just go, oh my gosh, this feels like a second home to me?
I mean, there was so much about the country, but it was more about the food, because I was on this journey of losing 65 pounds, and I realized fat isn't flavor. The flavor comes from Thai food. You can get all this incredible flavor. So that was my my start to the journey. And as Chris will attest, once you go there and you keep going back, it's just the most incredible place. The people, the food, the visions, just all of it. But then you said I haven't aged. It's because I've got a photographer like this.
Great lighting, filters.
I have aged. He has to do a lot of editing.
Yeah. So Chris, you go over and you help him out, take all the photos. How was your experience over there?
It was a trip of a lifetime. It's just unlike anything I've ever seen or photographed, and it's kind of neat to see, after shooting all the recipes, kind of seeing the source for all the ingredients and where everything comes from, and even some of the reasons why they make things the way they do, and just some of how the recipes came together, and a little bit of the history. So it was really neat just to kind of see the source.
But you can definitely photograph a cookbook here. I mean, Daniel, you could have been here and made all of these amazing dishes. We know that you've got them in your back pocket, and then you could have done it. Why was it so important for you to bring Chris, for you guys to actually go there to capture it?
He's a great guy and I wanted to obviously, when we're doing the trip, I'm like, you don't have to do dinners together. You can have your time. We spent like every minute together. He's so much fun. We just had the best time. But we did the photography here of all the recipes.
Okay.
But there we wanted to show what that inspiration is, the color, the vibrancy of these ingredients. Show it like, it lights up. You go to markets there and you see these curry pastes and chili peppers. So there's a lot of photography we'll use outside of the recipes, just because that place has got stories. To me, it's got like a journey that's been an incredible place. So it was kind of a bit of everything, but we really wanted to showcase. I once had a photographer tell me, it was a videographer actually, he says, you just shoot a camera anywhere in Thailand and it looks beautiful. So it was it felt like we had to do that.
So you get a little bit of a travel experience along with some of the recipes and all that stuff.
Exactly,
So Chris, what was your experience with the energy, the vibe? I mean, I'm sure visually it was stunning, like you're taking everything in for the first time, but what did it feel like with the people and the culture and the energy?
You feel like you're a celebrity everywhere you go. You feel like you're the most important person in that room, and everybody was so nice, and just customer service and just people, not even just people being around you, they were just so polite and so nice, and they just make you feel like you're the only person in the world for that interaction. And it felt really nice to be there. You feel like you just feel like a really popular person.
Yeah, and I can imagine.
Yeah.
Okay, so some of the markets, too, had to feel so cool. What was that like for you, Chris? And what were you kind of looking for from a photographer's perspective?
I wanted to make sure that we kind of got the people behind the produce and behind the meats or seafoods. Looking back, I'd love to know their entire life story, but it was just fun to see their process of pretty much bringing everything in raw and then either butchering it or even packaging it right in the markets. And
What about when you were taking pictures, because you're used to doing that all over, and people were incredibly kind. Like, they didn't say don't take pictures. I even tried to give like a little bit of money, like, I'm not buying anything, can we have a picture? They were just so incredibly graceful.
Very into it.
That is amazing.
I feel like there's such a contrast, without having been there and seeing pictures, that in the urban areas, it's very much urban, but then very quickly you get very rustic and very primitive. Is that sort of am I on point there?
Yeah, absolutely. We ended up at this incredible resort, V Villas, which was like on the water in the middle of nowhere, and it was like nothing. Again, with the experience we got, it was just incredible. It was the most beautiful resort, and it was just like so tranquil.
And so serene. People love it when they go to Thailand. They love it. Now, one thing we haven't seen the cover of the new book, and that's because it's not finalized yet.
It isn't, so we thought maybe you could help.
Okay, we have
let's do that.
options.
We have a
Let's
couple
see.
options.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, we'll call that option
I'm
A.
Loving the blue steel look here. I love this so much. Option A. Okay. Option B.
Is that option B?
That's option B, which is really focused on one of the hero items in the book, which
Okay,
is
that looks
a
beautiful.
curry in a pumpkin.
It looks great. I think that you have to be on the cover.
Oh, you got to go option A. You got to go option
You
A.
see, okay,
Absolutely.
I was thinking
agree.
you would choose a dried up old pumpkin rather than me.
No, absolutely
You look
not.
great.
Okay.